Os! Welcome back to the Singing Samurai. Today's question is a little bit more practical. What do I do if I have a dry throat before I sing, before a performance? That's a challenge. I've had it too. Stick around, find out. So what do you do about a dry throat? There's lots of things that you can do, but the first thing to understand is, why does it happen? A dry throat happens because of fight or flight. It's nerves, it's emotional, and the better you can control your nervous reaction to things, the easier a time you're going to have at getting over that dry throat situation. The other part of it is it goes away after a couple of minutes. So as long as you're really well hydrated the day of your performance, you'll be fine. It just needs to get out of your system, all that adrenaline. It usually also has to do with a lot of mouth breathing. So you can focus on breathing through your nose as you're waiting to go on stage. That could help, but it's more of a physiological reaction from fight or flight. There are some things that you can do, and there are other factors. If it's the winter and there's a lot of heat going on in a building, the air is going to be really dry. And so, you can humidify the stage if that's a possibility. And if not, there are a couple of other things that you can do. There are nasal gels. I'll link them in the video. Rub it around the inside of your nostrils, and when you breathe in, it's just a lot more moisture gets to your throat. It can be quite pleasant, especially if things are really dry. There's also something called mouth coat, which is a spray. It's very similar. It's kind of like a gel. There's a weird feeling in your mouth, but if you're breathing through your mouth, there's going to be much more moisture, and so it'll humidify the air to your throat. I think that without getting too much into it, nasal breathing, which is something we'll explore later on in future videos, is a really great way to avoid a dry throat, because the air has to go through your whole nasal cavity, and the silica in your nasal cavity and your nose filters out a lot of dust and junk that's in the air that you don't want to get into your throat or on your cords that'll irritate things. So it's a great practice to develop. And there are other reasons for nasal breathing, but I'll get into those later. What I would not suggest you do is drink tons and tons and tons and tons of water right before you go on stage. Two things are going to happen. One, you could actually dry things out even more. It sounds strange, but that's happened to me. Then you have to go to the bathroom. I mean, you gotta pee. You're not singing your best. It's a distraction, and so you don't want that. You don't want to have that distraction. Please don't forget, click like, click share, subscribe to the channel for more content. Don't miss out. Os!